Hello everyone, and charasimin ke erene. Grace to you and peace. In this video we're going to analyze the change of law that is described in Hebrews 7:12, which reads in the Greek. Μετατιθεμένης γάρ της ἱερωσύνης εξ ἀνάγκης και νόμου μετάθεσις γίνεται. For the priesthood being changed, of necessity, a change of law also takes place. So let's analyze some of the Greek words used in this verse to get an understanding of the idea being communicated here. The first word we have is μετατιθεμένη, which means to transpose two things, one of which is put in place of the other. Second word is ἀνάγκη, a compelling need requiring immediate attention, an immediate action in a pressing situation, thus necessity, constraint, and compulsion. Μετάθεσις, to change things instituted or established. And γίνεται, which signifies a change of condition, state, or place. Therefore, the thought being expressed in Hebrews 7:12, when we take all of those ideas together, being expressed by those words, is that the change in priesthood created a pressing situation, a compelling need requiring immediate action, in which a corresponding change of law must also take place. So first, to understand this, we must understand in what way was the priesthood changed. And then we can use that understanding to understand in what way the law was correspondingly changed. The change of priesthood was from Levitical to Melchizedekian, And this is described in Hebrews 7:11, which reads, Now, if perfection was through the Levitical priesthood, for on the basis of it the people received the law, what further need was there for another priest to arise according to the order of Melchizedek, and not be designated according to the order of Aaron? And in Hebrews 6:20, which reads, where Jesus has entered as a forerunner for us, having become a high priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. So what we have is two entirely different priesthoods. Number one, the Levitical priesthood, according to the order of Aaron, Moses' brother. Aaron and Moses were from the tribe of Levi, based on a physical descent of temporal priests offering up physical sacrifices. And this has been entirely changed out and switched out for, number two, the Melchizedekian priesthood, according to the order of Melchizedek, who is not of the tribe of Levi and not related to Moses, which is an eternal priesthood. There is no physical descent of temporal priests because the holder of the priesthood, Jesus, is the high priest forever, and the sacrifices that are offered up are spiritual and not physical, which is stated in 1 Peter 2, verse 5, which reads, You also, as living stones, are being built up as a spiritual house for a holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. Therefore, the law of Moses, which was inextricably linked to the Levitical priesthood, has been entirely changed out and switched out for the law of Messiah, which is inextricably linked to the Melchizedekian priesthood of Messiah, Jesus Christ. So this is not a partial change. What we do not have here is a modification of the Mosaic law. We have a setting aside of the Mosaic law. And this is explicitly stated in Hebrews 7, verses 18 through 19, which read, "For on the one hand there is a setting aside of a former commandment because of its weakness and uselessness. For the law made nothing perfect. And on the other hand, there is a bringing in of a better hope, through which we draw near to God." Now the word for setting aside in the Greek is athetesis, meaning annulment, nullification, abrogation, cancellation. What is rendered no longer in effect, literally, no longer having a place. And the better hope is the law of Messiah, Jesus Christ, which is a better covenant, as stated in Hebrews 7:22, which reads, "So much the more also Jesus has become the guarantee of a better covenant." The law of Messiah, the new covenant, is a better covenant than the law of Moses, the old covenant. Thank you, and Evcharisto.